Welcome to MTV Ask, and we're going to answer a couple of questions here. The first question is, it's from Gavin in Malaysia, and it is, how do you go about deciding whose track goes on the album, especially when all of you have a hand in writing the tracks? Good question. Really, it becomes self-explanatory which is the strongest song. Obviously, we can only put 10 to 12 songs on an album, so we do our best with each song. We be as creative with the writing and the production as we can, and take it up to as high as level as we can. And generally, at the end of the recording process of all the songs, certain songs are going to stand out and certain songs don't. So those songs that don't, we just shelve them, and parts of which could be used at a later stage and recycled, I suppose.
And another question that we've got is from Ina in the Philippines. And the question is, was there any reason why it took the Corrs 4 years before the release of your latest album, Borrowed Heaven? Well, we didn't decide to take 4 years, but that's just kind of what happened. And we did a lot of personal stuff in our lives. 2 of us got married, I had a child, Andrew did a movie. We were still doing a lot of stuff within the band, we were still doing a lot of charity stuff, but we kind of needed to take the break and take the time to make this record the best we possibly could. So it ended up taking the record about 2 years. So all in all, 4 years not in the public eye, but we really needed that time.
This next video is We Love, and it's by one of our favourite bands, U2, of course another Irish band, and it's called The Sweetest Thing, and it was shot on the streets of Dublin, and it's got Bono in a horse carriage, and huge kind of puppets, caricatures of U2 dancing in the street, and I just think it's a very cool video. The Sweetest Thing.
Hi again, you're watching MTV Ask the Corrs. This was a question from Kathy from India, particularly for me. The question is, how is married life? Is it any different from how you envisioned it to be? No, I would say it isn't. I mean, I always think the thing about marriage is that, you know, it shouldn't change your relationship, really. I mean, if it's good in the first place, why should marriage change it, you know? And I think if it does change it, there's something quite wrong there. So it's great. I'm 3 years married this July, so so far so good.
And I have a question from Ava in Indonesia. She asks, how did the title Borrowed Heaven come about? Well, it's the title of a song on the album, and we just it's also lyrically within Summer Sunshine as well, and we felt it was a proper representation for this album, and you know, and the sentiment of it, because the whole album is very optimistic, and it is about, you know, kind of embracing the moment and today. So that's why we called it Borrowed Heaven.
This question is from Hugh in Vietnam. I hope I've pronounced your name right. The question is, how does it feel to be back in the music scene after such a long break? It feels fantastic. It's great to have new material to play and to tour with. You know, just having those new songs and that energy on stage makes it great for us, and we're very proud of this record, so we're definitely happy to be back. This next video we're going to play for you is Red Blooded Woman by
Kylie, and you're still with us on MTV Ask. Next question. Have you ever fought over the bathroom when you were growing up? And this is from Feline in Singapore. We were actually fighting over the bathroom about 5 minutes ago. There's only one bathroom when we were getting our hair done and all of that for this. We were lucky there was 2 bathrooms in our house, so I think maybe on a Saturday night when we were each going for a monthly bath, there was fights to get into the bathroom.
Oh God. Okay, this next question is from Maybell in the Philippines. Maybell, I think I'm pronouncing it right. The question is, what are the advantages of being in a band that's made up of your siblings? Well, I suppose there's advantages and disadvantages to this. It is great. You've got such a great loyalty to each other, and I suppose you've got a great companionship. You know, when you're on tour, you know, if you need help with anything, you've always got your family around, and that's kind of a real security for us all. But at the same time, it's not always blissful, and you know, you do have your arguments, and it's quite a strange environment to be still with your family on tour all the time. It's quite strange. So it's both, it's good and bad.
This is a question for me. Could you please describe yourself in 3 words? From Christianthos in Indonesia. Thank you very much for that question. That's very difficult. I can't really. I think I'm optimistic, and I have oh God. I love life. There's 3 words. I love life. Moving swiftly on to this next video. This is by Maroon 5, and I think it's such a brilliant song. And always when a song is brilliant, you know, the video just goes in line with it. So, yeah, this is This Love by Maroon 5.
Hi, you're still with us on MTV Ask the Corrs. Here's another question. It's from Adrian in Singapore, and it was for me. Why the change in hair colour in your video Summer Sunshine? Well, I actually changed it before then, and I needed a change. I felt like I needed a change. My hair had been the same colour for like 30 years, so I was really bored with it. And they say blondes have more fun, so I'm testing that little theory out.
This is from, Cutie Honey. Interesting name, Cutie Honey from the Philippines. Hi Andrea, would you ever consider going solo? Not really. I'm really happy with being in this band, so I don't really feel the need, you know.
This next question is from Joanna in Malaysia, and the question is, will your album launch be bringing you to Southeast Asia? Any chance of coming by Malaysia? We're not sure at the moment what our plans as yet. I mean, we're touring Europe at the moment, and then we're going to America for a little bit. And of course, we definitely want to get back out to Southeast Asia. You know, we've been there many, many times. We love coming to that part of the world. So we will do our very, very best to get out maybe this year, at the end of this year, or maybe next year.
And the next video we've chosen is Praise You, and it's by Fatboy.
Welcome back to MTV Ask. This is a question from Ben from Hong Kong. He asks, Time Enough for Tears was completed in 1 take. Has that ever been the case for any of your other tracks? Yes, it has. On sometimes you just find that I don't know, that you've really focused, and it'll never be as probably as emotional as you've done it 1 time. So I mean, Been Hurt Before on In Blue was completed in 1 take as well.
There's another question here from Afiz in Malaysia, and I hope again I pronounced your name right. Do you each have a favourite track on your latest album, Borrowed Heaven, and why? Yeah, it's kind of hard to know. I mean, I do have 2 tracks that I am particularly in love with. I love Baby Be Brave, and I love Long Night. I love Baby Be Brave just because it's just so atmospheric. I love the lyrics on it, but it just is very... It just makes me move. I just love the sound of the whole track musically, and I love Long Night. I just, you know, I think it's a great ballad, and I just like the sound of it.
Okay, this next question is from Henrietta in Malaysia, and it's for me. Does being the oldest sibling automatically make you the arbitrator of the group? No, Henrietta. All decisions in this band are made 4 ways, 5 ways actually, when you include our manager, and we work out everything democratically.
This next video we're going to play for you is by Beyonce, and it's called Naughty Girl.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.